Good evening team, Dave here from HWPO Fitness, and welcome to what is a very special post-Spartan race edition of Dave's Thoughts. Now, some of you who have been following me have messaged me and said I haven't done a Dave's Thoughts for quite some time, and a few of you know that I've been on hiatus for a little while now with back injury and some other personal things that happened, but I wanted to make this my first Dave's Thoughts for 2017 and my first one back because today was a very special day for me. You're probably wondering, why is Dave in the back of his ute laying on an airbed with a spiffy Spartan Race super shirt on? That's part of the reason why I felt obliged to just jump on real quick and fill you guys in what's been happening. First of all, I need to say a massive shout out to Max, Paul, Alicia, Melissa, Michelle, Dusty, Fish, Diesel, Lee, and a plethora of other people that I can't remember at this point, and I'm sorry that I can't remember you guys, and the rest of the team from Spartan Race for putting on a phenomenal event to kick off my obstacle racing season. Outstanding, guys. You continue to blow me away with your venues and the way you guys roll. And it was a privilege for me to be able to spend some time with you guys tonight and reflect on the day that we all had together. I'm sorry if I look a little bit drugged out or dopey at the moment. For those of you that don't know, today was my first event back, my first obstacle race for 2017, and my first race back after over a year off with injury and with personal issues that I had. And wow, what a way to come back on the Gold Coast. 40 degree heat, 80% plus humidity, and over 21 kilometers travelled today. What a way to kick off the season, and what a way to come back for me. So I thank you guys all from the bottom of my heart for, again, bringing me in on the event and showing me the amazing hospitality that you guys always do, and just putting on a kick-ass event. Absolutely outstanding. So I've just had dinner. I'm laying in the back of the ute now. Probably might even pass out before the end of this video. Who knows? I'm trying to hold the phone up with my arm at the moment and it's just killing me, so I'm going to switch. But the reason why, guys, I felt obliged to jump on and say hey is because for the longest time in my mind I haven't felt, what's the way to describe it? I haven't felt good enough. I haven't felt strong-minded enough to even get on the camera and talk to you guys. Many of you know I lost my dad last March. And then I had my back injury not long after that. And being in that physical and emotional pain for so long, it changes you. And I'm not the only one out there who has suffered from this type of trauma, and there are many others that are still suffering from that type of trauma. And the headspace that it put me in was not one of service, which is what I've been accustomed to for the past couple of years. I've been on this journey to help people change their lifestyles and make positive impact on the world, and when this all happened last year, I kind of just shut down, and for the longest time I just thought I was never good enough, was never going to be good enough to be able to get back in front of the camera just to talk to you guys like I used to, and try and get these positive messages across. I just didn't think it was within my scope anymore. But about December last year, when I saw the season pass come up for the Spartan Race, the season pass is where you pay for a season pass and you can race all the events all year. something just clicked in my head, and I just thought, I can't do this anymore. You know, I can't just live in this limited space anymore. Injury or not, I've got to sort my shit out, and I've got to move forward, because what I'm doing at the moment just wasn't working for me. And all the positive self-help stuff that I'd done in the previous years, you know, just seemed like I had this wall up in front of me, and none of that stuff was getting through to try and help me make positive change. Everything that I tried, like different motivational speakers, and that, just stuff was bouncing off me. Nothing would work. But Spartan Race is what started everything for me. March 2013, I will never forget it, my first event. And I thought, if anything was going to bring me back from the brink, it's Spartan. It's something that I can trust that will get the job done. So I put my money where my mouth was, and I paid straight up that night using my tax return for a season pass. And the next morning woke up and thought, holy shit, what have I done? What have I done? My back's still buggered, you know, I'm not training. But I got my ass into gear pretty quick smart, and I thank you all for the compliments that you've been giving me the last month or so. You've seen the change, you know, it's like the flame is ignited again within me. And I'll tell you what, crossing that finish line today, it just solidified that spark was always there. It just, you know, I had to find it again. And I worked bloody hard to get to where I am now, like literally in this point, laying on this airbed in the back of this ute. And I worked bloody hard today, and I'm proud of the effort that I put in. Was it my fastest race ever? No, not by any stretch. Did I ever quit? No, I didn't. I was hurting, you know, it was so hot, dehydrated, you know, heat exhaustion, cramping galore. Plus, I've still got 2 bulged discs in my back. Like, I'm not over it. I'm not out of the woods by any means. But I never gave up. And just living through that again has just made me realise that I've still got a message, you know, I've still got work to do, and it's wrong of me to give up on trying to get that message out there while everyone else is still struggling. I can't just be quiet. I can't just let it fall by the wayside. The message that I have is too important for me to just give up and to not try and spread it. So what I wanted this video, long story short, I know, to be was a way for me to tell you guys that it's okay, you know, to take time for yourself. A good friend of mine, Michael Meredith, once said that you've got to be kind to yourself. You've got to allow your body to heal, and you've just got to go with the flow sometimes. If you're not feeling it, that's fine. That's gonna happen. It's life, you know, shit happens. It can be really shitful sometimes, and it's okay to let go for a little while and just go quiet. But the most important thing is that you don't stay there. You can take a bit of time and you can go quiet, you can go off the grid, you can delete Facebook, you can you know, not be the most positive, inspiring, motivational person 24/7. I think it's unhealthy to be that anyway. I found that out very quickly. But you can't live in a space where you are constantly just down and out on yourself, on everyone around you, on your own personal belief and that of those around you. You know, while I was injured and depressed and upset, I couldn't stand looking at people doing obstacle races because I couldn't be out there. And I didn't feel like I had anything to contribute to them because of the state I was in. So I was useless. And that's a bad place to be in. And thankfully I realized myself that I couldn't function from that space anymore. I had to make a move to get away from that space. And I'm just grateful that Spartan Race was there again for me to provide that platform for me to do that. It's the first one of the year, and it was friggin' tough, and I know they're only going to get tougher. Nothing's going to get easier. That's not the point. But I'm ready, I'm ready. I feel that I'm getting back in that mindset with every day that goes by, and today just solidified that for me. It gave me reassurance that I'm on the right track, and I understand what I have to do. So I'm sorry for the long-winded video. If you've made it this far, thank you for your time, because I know how precious and valuable time is. It's the most important resource that we have, and the fact that you've watched this long to listen and taken the time is great, and I appreciate it. And I love you all. This isn't just me exhausted talking bull dust. I thank you all for your support and your ongoing love. I'm very grateful for it, and it's what's going to be pushing me forward in the future. I've got a lot to look forward to, guys. It's very hard for me to stay in that position I used to be in now. I'm getting married to the most beautiful woman on the planet in a couple of months. It's coming up quick smart. I've got an amazing family that's always there to support me. I've got the cutest little nephew in the world. I've got too much to be grateful for, and I've got a whole season of Spartan races to get ready for and go and dominate. You. And I know the beard's making a comeback too. I'm not sure if it'll stay, but I kind of feel like it gave me a bit of a push out there, and I got all the mud out of it alright, Jules. It's still there, it's still good. I won't take up any more of your time, guys. You've been great. Thank you once again. This is the first Dave's Thoughts back for 2017. It was a long one, but we got there. And I've got an even longer drive ahead of me tomorrow morning, so I'm about to pass the hell out. Thank you once again to everyone at Spartan Race, and to Diesel for helping me through the race today. You're an absolute legend, brother. We'll talk more in the car in the morning, and I'll probably post this when I'm already at home, but this is about as raw as it gets for me at the moment. I didn't want to get home and try and rehearse things in front of a camera 5 or 6 times. This is me, and you either like it or you don't, but I didn't want this to be rehearsed. I wanted to come straight from the heart. So there's still people stirring, still people working. These guys just do not stop. And I'm sorry I can't be out there with you, but I can't move right now, otherwise I would. I love you guys. I will speak to you very soon, with any luck, if this keeps going. And if you want to see more videos, or if you want to know about anything in particular,
hey Dave!
Brother Pum!
Just finishing up work.
Oh, that's what I just said. These guys just never stop. We all know Brother Pum. We know him from back in those days in Western Sydney, where I used to live. But that's it for me, guys. I'm going to talk to my brother Pum. I will see you all very soon. Mwah! And remember, HWPO, baby! Aroo!